So in Life Hack today, Paul Benton is going to tell us, he's got two mini little life hacks, and then he's going to tell us about lookalike audiences on Facebook, for those of us who use Facebook to build our businesses. Everything is switching to digital these days. So if you're late to the digital party and you're grossly underdressed, here's a little tip on how to do that. Paul kind of exploded onto the bacon scene right as all of this hit. And he's been a big supporter. He's brought quite a few new people because we're online, and you can be in Savannah, Georgia, or Tokyo, or some of the other crazy places that members have been when they tuned in to Bacon, the pandemic version. So Paul, are you ready to take it away and present?
I am. So let me share my screen and make sure. You should probably see a rock right now. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And now you should see a. Do you see a cover slide?
Yes.
Two for sales.
Excellent. So I'm going to do this in 8 minutes and 40 seconds because I'm going to get the gong at precisely 10 minutes if I don't. And I wanted to share with and second Angela's my appreciation of Bacon. I network before the pandemic. I have been a very active networker all over the Bay Area, and Bacon is a place that I come to not to meet people to sell to, but to learn from. And I have learned each and every meeting that I've gone to, I've always learned tremendous things new. So I wanted to share a couple ideas that I learned in growing our business. We do digital marketing now all over the country. That's been our shift in sales strategy now that we're locked in and we're in the Zoom world. I am both a salesperson and a marketer. I lead a team of 7 sellers, but we have a full-service digital agency that does everything from websites to connected television to make our clients grow. And I've had nice conversations with Leanne, and through Bacon I'm collaborating now with Lori and Mike, fellow marketers. So this is going to go real fast. The hack on sales is going to be 2 very dry, almost bone dry, but nearly free things that have really helped, and then 1 conceptual idea in marketing that will get us into lookalike audiences. And Leanne and Lori know all about that too. So the first hack are signature blocks. How many of us realize these are new things we discovered for our team? And this has been around in Gmail, but only more recently in G Suite, that G Suite now gives you the opportunity to customize as many signature blocks as you really need to. This is an excellent tool, free, that allows you to style, flex, and communicate differently depending on what your audience is. So here are 7 signatures that I've created, and we're now working about that in our team and feel that this is great marketing real estate for a salesperson. We're all selling something. How many of us are aware of this? I was not just until recently. This is our business card in the Zoom age. And so use it, but build many of them. So on the left is what I would call my icebreaker as an example, my icebreaker signature block. And most importantly there is to feature with confidence a testimonial video to signal to those that you're trying to cultivate a relationship with that you have people that believe in your work. And Mike Walpert here, whom I'm collaborating with, is a great source to build testimonial videos. But you don't want to send your mugshot every time you're communicating to people you already know, and Google makes this now possible. So have a look at that in Gmail or G Suite and discover how you can better communicate and sell with your calling card. That's the first hack. The second hack here is email and text scheduling. How many of us were aware that you can schedule an email and a text to arrive at precisely the right time? So I work 7 days a week. I shouldn't, but I do. And so as not to drive my team crazy, I can work at whatever hours I choose, and then have those emails delivered at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. People are beginning to figure that out, but that way I'm not disturbing over the weekend. But if you're cultivating a relationship with somebody you want to bring into a business relationship with you, do you really want to email them at 4:55 p.m. on a Friday? Probably not. And you have that here. So just quickly on the left, that's a feature you can do, very powerful. By the way, you can do the same thing in text messaging. And we only kind of realized that recently. Curious how many people are doing that already. It's very powerful. Two little bonus hacklets before the main hack. Email subjects. Check out subjectline.com. I wonder if anybody's used this before. If you are having writer's block on what you want to put in a good subject line to somebody you're not yet fully in a relationship with, this can grade it based on how it's going to appear in mobile and give you tips on how to improve it. Here's a great hacklet. There's a site called Hunter.io. If you're trying to reach somebody that you'd like to bring into a relationship, a business relationship with you, and you don't know their email and you can't find them on LinkedIn, Hunter.io, if you pop in and you know their name and you pop in their domain name, about half the time we'll be able to positively ID the email, as I did here for Freya Frog. This was obviously plucked from LinkedIn, but it's a massive database of information. And you can have 50 free lookups a month. Okay, here's the main hack, and I'm at 5 minutes and 51 seconds.
You're doing good, Paul.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So the main hack is those first two and little hacklets. Those are free and simple, and I think we all can do them beneficially. The third hack is really to play off of what Angela had introduced, which is that the digital marketing landscape, which Lori and Mike and Leanne, I'm sure, could add even more color to than I can, has massively changed. But that isn't really new. The hack, though, is how do you need to think about, with that change, what's the vector change that you have to think about how the problem has changed? So Lori can give an entire hack on how to think about branding, and that's a world unto itself that is as important as audience selection. But I want to talk to you about how Facebook today has 107 million Americans on it, and there are more than 75 different social media channels. Did you know that? We couldn't count them all, and it has a market cap of 671. I have been a New York Times reader since I was 17 years old and will continue to be until my dying day, but it only has 443,000 daily readers and is only worth $7 billion. How many of us have heard of PewDiePie? Does anyone Google him? Not now, finish the presentation, but afterwards Google PewDiePie. I embarrassed myself at a conference not knowing him, and I looked it up. He has 105 million subscribers. He's from Ulrika's homeland, and he's got already 20 billion views. So the landscape has changed massively. And if you think that Google, with a market cap of 984 billion, is impressive, check out Alibaba, which is worth about 4.5 trillion. So here's the hack mindset. A traditional advertiser thinks about channel first. I want to be in the Wall Street Journal or in that beautiful Mill Valley Lifestyle magazine because they reach huge, rich, and fabulous audiences, and I need to be there because I want them as clients. A digital marketer thinks, and I say this just to make it easy to understand, let's say thinks a bit biblically. Think of the book of Ruth. Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. That is laying it on a bit thickly to help us remember that a digital marketer doesn't care about the channel. So in digital marketing, you should first select your audience. And did you know you can bring your audience with you into Facebook and other places online? So think audience first. So with an audience first approach, you can take your email list and upload it into Facebook and create what's called a custom audience. You can ask Facebook to market to them and only them in your custom audience, or to create a lookalike audience, finding people on 15 different metrics that look like your email list. You can also geofence a conference and grab an audience there and then reach them throughout the internet. Or most simply, you can target people on your website. This is who you are, so bring your audience and don't think about the channel, because digital marketers will follow your audience no matter where they go. Okay. Thank you very much. That's our hack today at 9:42. There you go. Thank you.
You did pretty good, Paul. That's awesome. And thanks for sharing the bacon. That's wonderful.